Welcome back to our YouTube channel, SB Factory Direct, where you buy factory prices at reduce them kills. Thank you guys. Thanks for Lana from Cameroon, from Namibia, hey, Ghana, hey my Charlie people. Thank you guys. You guys are coming back to back. I really appreciate. If I have not mentioned your country, please forgive me. I had forgotten, but I really do appreciate you. I don't take this opportunity for granted. So guys, today what are we talking about? We're talking about what we discussed in my terminologies briefly. We'll go to full details. Now we're talking about original goods, master copy, and fresh order. What is the best way I can explain to you? I know everybody likes food. We all love to eat. So I'll use food to explain this to you. In my illustration today, I'll be using how to cook Nigerian jollof to explain original goods, master copy, and fresh order to you guys. Now guys, for original goods, we're gonna cook a jollof. Explain. Now I want to cook an original good rice. So this is how I cook my jollof. I blend my bell pepper, my tomatoes, my something bonnet, atarudu, and my onions. I blend them. I pour it in a pot. I parboil. When it's parboiled, I take tomato paste. I slam it in it. I mix it all together. I put my olive oil, guys. Olive oil. I pour it in it. I fry it. After it's fried, I now put my rice. I put my thyme, my curry. Please follow me, guys. I'm salivating already. I chop my onions into it, and it cooks. When it's almost done, I put my butter into it. Butter. Then I now garnish it, guys. I put spring onions. I put green peas, sweet corn, carrots. You know now the works. I put it in it, and I turn it round, and it's out of this world. That is my what? Original goods jollof rice. I'm getting somewhere. Hold on. And I bring it out, and I'm selling it for 1,500 naira. And somebody sees it and I'm like, wow, this is so salivating. Oh, the smell is heavenly. Oh, the colors is inviting. It's appetizing, guys. I want. And I'm like, okay, a place is just 1,500 naira, guys. And the person's like, oh, I love it so much, but I can't afford 1,500 naira. Please, can you produce something for me that is within my budget? And I'm like, okay, what's your budget? And it tells me I can afford 1,000 naira. I'm like, okay. We'll now cook for him. I'll now tell him, yours will not be called original goods jollof. Yours will be called what? Master copy goods jollof. And he's like, I don't mind. Just make it tasty. That is all I ask. And I'll go to my kitchen. I take my bell pepper. Now listen, guys. I'm going to skip some things I put in the original goods jollof. So listen, if I use 10 things to produce the original goods jollof, I'm not using those 10 things to produce the master copy jollof, because the master copy is what? A replica. So listen, guys. I know it sounds interesting, salivating. Listen, it's educational. Now I blend my pepper, my tomatoes, my onions, my atarudu, something bonnet. I'm sorry, I'm not a chef. I blend it all. I pour it in the pot. Now I take my tomato paste. I pour it in the mix. I mix it together. I now I don't use olive oil. I use another type of oil, cholesterol-free oil. Pour it in the mix. I mix it together. I fry my pepper. Now after I fry my pepper, I pour my rice. I chop my onions. I put my curry. I put my thyme, my salt, everything. I put it in it. Now, for the original goods jollof, as an example, guys, don't come for me here. I used maybe a full cup of butter in the rice to make the rice. Now, for this master copy, which is a replica, I use half cup of butter for the rice to cook my Nigerian jollof rice. I use half cup of butter to cook it, and when it's done, I now garnish it. I mix everything up, I garnish it. Now listen, the first one, I use like 5 different things to garnish: the spring onions, the green peas, the sweet corn, the carrots, the, what else can I put, guys? Help me out here. Maybe I put liver, chopped fried liver inside. Now, for this master copy goods jollof rice, I put only 3 things in it. I put the green spring onions, I put carrots, and I put sweet corn. Those are the only things I put in it. And voila, guys, our master copy jollof rice is ready. Tantalizing and salivating, guys. So it's ready, and the person comes and like, wow, this, although this is not as rich as the original goods jollof you made, I love this, I like this. Oh, let me go show people, I want this more. And maybe one of the people he showed now comes back that, wow, a friend of mine just showed me your master copy goods jollof rice. I want. And I'm like, okay, it's available, sir. It's just 1,000 naira per plate. And he's like, oh, I'm like, what, sir? I can't afford it. It's above my budget. Can you please produce something for me within my budget? I'm like, okay, sir, what's your budget? And he tells me, my budget is just 500 naira. And I really want you to cook it. As tasty as that, it might not look as colorful as that, but please make it as tasty or something. Just work your magic. 500 naira. And I'm like, okay, you won't be getting the original goods jollof. You won't be getting the master goods jollof. But I'll give you what? My fresh other goods jollof. And he's like, okay, looking forward to it. And he leaves. And I go back to the chopping board. I blend my bell pepper, my red bell pepper with my onions, with my rodos. I blend everything. I pour it in the pot. Now listen, guys. You know that every time I do that, I put tomato paste in the mix. I don't put tomato paste in the mix of this fresh other goods jollof. I skip the tomato paste part. I pour oil. Now, I don't use olive oil that I use for the original. I don't use cholesterol-free oil that I use for the master copy. I use just normal vegetable oil that has cholesterol, normal quantity of cholesterol in it. And I use it to fry. I fry the pepper, and I put my onions, I put my rice, I put my onions, I put my seasoning, my salt, the thyme, the curry. I put everything in the mix. Now when it's almost ready, and I put my butter. Remember, in the original copy I put a cup of butter. In the master copy I put half cup of butter. Guess what? In this fresh other goods, I put a 1/4 cup of butter in it. And I'll mix it, guys. I mix it. I now garnish it. Guess what? I use 5 things to garnish in the original goods. In the master copy, I use 3. Now I'm using only 1, guys. I'm putting only maybe just sweet corns or not green peas. I just put only green peas. And I serve, and the guy comes, wow, I love this. And he takes it. Now, to produce the original goods jollof rice, I follow the full due process. If the process is 10, I completed all the 10 processes and I got the original. what you get in all these European, American countries. When you go and you go to the original CK, original Zara store, you walk into their stores, what you see, Tommy Hilfiger and other brands, the Puma, the Adidas, the Nike. Now you get it, the same standard you get. Now for the master copy, I followed almost all the process, the 10 process I used to cook the master jollof and the original jollof, but I skipped some. What are the steps I skipped? I didn't use olive oil. I used cholesterol-free oil. I used a cup of butter. I used what? Half cup of butter. And I did not use all the 5 things I used to garnish the original. I used only 3. So I followed almost all the process, but I skipped some. You get? Now for the fresh other goods, I did not put tomato paste at all. At all. I did not use olive oil. I did not use cholesterol-free oil. I used a normal vegetable oil. Number 3, I did not use a cup of butter. I did not use half cup of butter. I used what? I used a quarter cup of butter. And lastly, I did not use all the 5 condiments like in the original. I did not use 3 like in the master copy. I used what? Only 1. This is exactly how it works out for clothes too. So the original follows all the process. The master copy follows almost all the process but skips a few, while fresh other goods skips lots of process and they still come to the same end results. Now guys, I'm gonna be using a boy's top as an example for you guys. Now this boy's top here and this boy's top here, you see they look alike. One is the original and the other one is fresh other. So who can guess? This now is what? The original goods. Now this is original goods. Can you see it, guys? Those that said this, thumbs up. You got it. Okay, now this is the original. So you can see when I was doing my illustration with the jollof, Nigerian jollof, I said 1,500 for the original, 1,000 for the master copy, and 500 for the fresh order. It also applies to it. Original goods are the most expensive. Now they are expensive to buy, but when you compare the pricing with the pricing you go and buy at that branded store that carries the name, like this Nike, now assuming this was an original Nike, I have said it, don't come for me please, it is master copy, but this premium master copy, guys. My manufacturer is waiting to produce more. You see, I'm giving you my t-shirts. Okay, so this is master copy. Now imagine I'm wearing an original Nike goods t-shirt. Now maybe in the Nike shop they are selling it for $500. When you're buying it from Bangladesh, original goods, maybe you'll be buying it for, I'm using it as an example, guys, maybe you'll be buying it for $10. So you can see the difference. Now this master copy, now maybe you'll be buying master copy for like $5, example, guys. And you'll be buying the fresh order maybe for like $2, example, guys. So you can see the difference, guys. You can see the difference. So always learn this when you are buying. A supplier will tell you original goods. He's told you original goods. It's always there. He's told you original goods. Now, for those that don't tell you original goods and they still bring out goods, and you see like, this shirt I like, but it's quite pricey. You now ask him, brother, is it original goods? If it's original goods, he will tell you yes. If it is not original goods, underline, not original goods, he will tell you master copy. That is a replica of the original. And if it is not master copy, he will tell you fresh order. You get, guys? That is what we are learning today. I've told you my videos won't belong anymore. I'm not doing 1 hour videos anymore. So that is, I just brought it to your view to learn the difference between original goods, master copy goods, and fresh order goods. Learn this. It will help you in negotiating the price, and it will help you to also know the kind of goods you are buying. Yeah, you don't expect to buy a fresh order stock jeans. You are buying jeans and they are telling you it's fresh order, and you're expecting that to be original stock jeans. You are expecting to sell it 10,000 naira when it gets to Nigeria. Be warned, guys. So you want better quality, you pay more, and you'll be getting fantastic quality. So as I said, in Bangladesh you can get everything. Bye.